Hello everyone and welcome back to the Animal Artist Collective. This month our viewers voted and chose the theme of the poles for our final habitats installment of 2018. What we mean by the poles are animals that are found near in the North and South polar regions, also known as the Arctic and Antarctic. Before we get too far in this video, I do want to say that unfortunately this won't be as jam-packed as my usual AAC videos. As you can probably tell, I'm not feeling so hot right now. After a weekend of travel, I think I caught the con cred from BlizzCon. I'm going to try and get through as much as I can, but I appreciate you sticking around through this lovely, lovely froggy voice of mine. There are fewer species of animals in these polar regions than many of the others found around the globe, like rainforests, oceans, and grasslands. But Arctic animals do have something going for them, and that is that a lot of them are awfully fluffy, chubby, and or otherwise completely adorable, so our group had no problem picking out unique animals for each of our videos. Which, by the way, we are having a super big celebration to round out the first year of the AAC videos with not one, not two, but three guest artists, including Arlisha from Arlabine, Hajra Meeks, and Jeanette Andromeda. You can find all of their links along with the other artists in the collective in the description below. Be sure to check out all their videos. So for my piece, I am intentionally trying not to tell you what I chose just yet to try and build a little bit of suspense. And first I'd like to tell you about my very strong vision that I had for this artwork that I wanted to create for this theme. Unlike the other animals that I've done for the collective, I don't have a particularly strong personal connection working with or for this animal, but all of the animals in this theme are in need of our help for one very important reason. All of their homes are being threatened by climate change, global warming, or whatever other terminology you want to call it, and it's up to us as humans, citizens of the world, to slow down the havoc that we have caused our planet. Although this AAC video comes a few days late for this little insert or spiel here, one of the most important things that you can do to help save animals in these regions or anywhere on the globe really is to vote for the positive change that you would like to see. Luckily, we made some good strides here in the US on Tuesday, as I believe there are 6 scientists that joined Congress this week. So let's continue to support their efforts, continue to vote in electives who strive to help conserve our planet, and to personally model the change that you want to see in the world. But for now, because I'm not feeling well, I'm not going to go too much into the nitty-gritty about this. If you guys have been watching the other AAC videos, you know a lot of my thoughts on what we can do in our everyday lives to help out our animal friends. I suppose I can't keep you waiting much longer, so the animal I chose for this piece was the walrus. The concept that I mentioned earlier for this piece was that I really wanted to depict this really large, sturdy protector arching over the Arctic Circle, which is where walruses are from, of course. I painted the globe with the axis for the polar region kind of facing us a little bit more than you would see in a straight on view, and it turned out, well, better than I thought it would, so that's cool. And then I wanted to pick an animal that would fit really well with this theme, and the shape of the walrus's body just curved around that Arctic region really nicely, and I thought it was the perfect embodiment for what I was going for in this Arctic protector piece. Walruses are identified by their large size, their prominent tusks, and super serious, their whiskers. Adult males can weigh over 2,000 kilos or 4,400 pounds and are only outsized. I don't know if that's the right word, but the only pinniped that is larger than them is the elephant seal. Walruses are listed as vulnerable and are also a keystone species for the Arctic region, which means they have a disproportionately large role in maintaining the stability of their ecosystem, meaning, just in simple terms, they're really, really important. Their numbers unfortunately plummeted during the 19th and 20th centuries when they were widely hunted for their blubber, meat, skins, and ivory, although earlier on they were used for the entire portion of the animal, like all of it was used, so that's good. But when they started using them for ivory, that was less great. I'm getting off my script Denise, you're sick. Stay to the script. It'll be better that way. Anyway, they have rebounded slightly since then, but not in great numbers because they live to be around 20 to 30 in the wild. They take between 6 to 15 years to mature based on which sex they are, and the young are gestated for 15 to 16 months, after which the females give birth to one calf. So you could see why it takes a while to boost their numbers back up after they've been hit by a large deficit. They do have few natural predators aside from humans, with only the killer whales and polar bears being large enough to hunt them, but even so, walruses make up little of either of those predators' diets on the whole. They themselves spend the majority of their lives on sea ice, which floats in the water, or swimming in shallow water looking for mollusks. I think I'm running out of steam, so I just wanted to include a few notes today about the supplies that I used for this painting. The lovely water dish that you saw at the beginning of this video was handmade by a San Francisco artisan named Ellen Goldenberg, and the finish was called Blue Ice Glaze, so I thought it would be appropriate to show off here in this video. Ellen sent this to me just out of the kindness of her own heart, so I wanted to go ahead and give her a little plug here on the channel. You can find Ellen's work over on Amazon. She has these dishes, she has got salt jars and plates and other beautiful things, so I'll put that in the description below. Today I was also using my brand new Da Vinci watercolor palette that some of you might have seen me set up last week before my trip, and I have to say that I totally loved working with these new earth tones. I actually got to visit Marcello and the team at Da Vinci this past weekend while I was in Southern California, and while I can't share any footage with you, I will say that my appreciation for their paints has only grown stronger. I look forward to sharing more of that information with you in the Swatch With Me Again video for this brand, which will occur in the nearish future. So stay tuned for that. But if you don't want to wait, I'll also put my affiliate link to their site in the description below, along with all the colors that I used for this painting so that you can find them easily. Some notable ones here are the manganese blue hue mixture. It does have true manganese blue in it, PB33, and then there's another color as well. And then the violet iron oxide. Sorry, I had to look it up, but that color is super beautiful. It's similar to Caput Mortem that I know a lot of you guys like from other brands, so Da Vinci's version is also really great. One last thing before I go, I mentioned earlier that the AAC is wrapping up our 2018 theme of habitats. This is the last one, but we are not done. In 2019, we are going to be bringing you a variety of different animal groups. That's what our artists are really excited to show you, and you can vote on our January theme now over on Facebook, where you can pick between fishes or insects, which both have, like, they're deceptively, I mean, they might not seem like fluffy, cool animals, but there's some really, really cool ones in there. So go let us know what you want to see, and we will see you in that next theme video in January. If you want to go ahead and share your own artwork inspired by our themes, be sure to tag them over on Instagram or Twitter with the Animal Artist Collective tag, and if you do so within the first few days after we release a series of videos, we might end up sharing them in our stories. That is all I can muster up for today, but thank you guys for being here watching this AAC video. I hope that you've been here throughout the year watching these collective pieces, but if you've missed any, we do have a playlist that I have on my page. I'll put it in the description below, and if I can stay up late enough, it'll be in the end card at the end of this video. If not, I'll add it as soon as I am conscious again tomorrow. But anyway, be sure to check out the other artists in the collective. They have all come up with incredible, incredible, incredible pieces. I am really blown away by this particular round, and I can't wait for you to see them. So until next time, happy painting and keep saving those critters.